Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. Don't forget, grab your smartphone and download the Lava Matra app and stay in touch. Guru Maharaj's message is your advantage. The following is a reading from the new Sri Krishna Caitanya Book by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj on August 7th, 2019 in Sri Mayapur, India.
Chalam Prangulang Gayategarim Yachita Tamahan Vande Sri Guru Diltharinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Iswaram Hare Om Tat Tat Chaitanya Charamila Alilila.
তবে নিত্যানন্দ গোসাইর ব্যাস পূজন নিত্যানন্দ আবেশে কইল মুসল ধারণ।
Srila Prabhupada quote, Nityananda Prabhu then arranged to offer Vyas Puja or worship of the spiritual master to Lord Sri Gaurasundar. But Lord Chaitanya carried the plow-like weapon called Musal in the ecstasy of being Nityananda Prabhu. Unquote.
So, on the order of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu arranged for Vyas Puja of Lord Chaitanya. So he arranged for the Vyas Puja or Guru Puja. So, since Vyasadeva is the original Guru, so the tradition is that the Vaishnavas in the Brahma Gaudiya Sampradaya, offer puja to the Guru as Vyasa Puja, or through the agency of Vyasadeva. So Lord Nityananda arranged for the Vyasa Puja of Lord Chaitanya. So when he tried to put a garland on Lord Chaitanya, he saw himself in Lord Chaitanya. Because there's no difference between the position of the Supreme Lord, the spiritual position of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu, or Krishna and Balaram. So all are different manifestations of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So during this ceremony, all the devotees realized there was no spiritual position difference between Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Nityananda Prabhu.
নিত্যানন্দ সহ ভক্তগণের কৃষ্ণ কথা রসে বিহলতা। হেনমতে নিত্যানন্দ সঙ্গে কুতূহলে কৃষ্ণ কথা রসে সবে হইলা বিহলে।
So all the devotees became overwhelmed in spiritual bliss to discuss the topics of Lord Krishna in the presence of Lord Nityananda.
সবে মহাভাগবত পরম উদার কৃষ্ণ রসে মত্ত সবে করেন হুঙ্কার।
All of our Mahabhagavats are great, magnanimous devotees. They were so absorbed in ecstasy of Krishna's mellow that they loudly chanted Hare Krishna, loudly chanted and roared. At that time, intoxicated with the mellows of Krishna consciousness.
হাসে প্রভু নিত্যানন্দ চারিদিকে দেখি বহে আনন্দ ধারা সবাকার আঁখি
Our Lord Nityananda smiled and looked all around. Aluhan's eyes were flowing with tears of love.
মহাপ্রভু নিত্যানন্দের নিকট ব্যাস পূজার প্রস্তাব দেখিয়া আনন্দ মহাপ্রভু বিশ্বম্ভর নিত্যানন্দ প্রতি কিছু করিলা উত্তর
The Lord Vishwambar Mahaprabhu saw the ecstatic situation and he spoke something to Lord Nityananda.
শুনো শুনো নিত্যানন্দ শ্রীপাদ গোসাই ব্যাস পূজা তোমার হইবে কোন ঠায়
Listen, listen, dear Nityananda Sripad Gosai. Where will your Vyasa Puja ceremony be held? No different knowledge of the absolute truth is the basic knowledge of the Rajendra Dandan, and that is known as Veda. So, in this way, we know that Sambandha of Vidya and Prayajan, our relationship with the Lord of Vidya is our function in that relationship. Prayajan is the perfection of life. So, this Lord is filled with spiritual variegatedness. But those who give importance to the material variegatedness, they become impersonalists and lose their interest in Krishna. So Lord Vyasadeva, he gave Vedic knowledge in different parts. In one part, he showed how to counteract the karmas, or how to do the karma kanda, the different activities which will help us advance in karma or favorable results or material nature. So this materialistic karma kanda is Rig, Sama, and Yajurveda. So these impersonalists fail to understand that the variegatedness of the Supreme Lord is eternal. And they think that all this variegatedness is temporary. Therefore, they think the formlessness is the ultimate truth. So they don't really accept Veda Vyas as their spiritual master. And they put their ignorance of the eternal divine nature as the wrong thing. So they are actually offenders to Krishna and to the Vyasadeva. So they think the Supreme Lord, our Supreme Personality of Godhead, is a product of material nature. So thus they are colored Buddhists. So here, Madhva Acharya, or Sripad Ananda Tirtha, he remained a servant to his guru. Recently, someone said a pastime where Prabhupada was crossing over a ditch which was filled with smelly stuff. So one devotee held the hand out and helped Prabhupada over the ditch by some narrow bridge. But as soon as Prabhupada reached the other side, he pulled his hand away. So then they said, "What is that?" He said, "This is an example of Mayapur. You take the help from your guru when you need it. When you don't need it." So Prabhupada was using an example that what's the difference between the Vaishnavas and the Mayavadis. Mayavadis going to step on the head of their guru and go up, and then once they reach the Brahman or something, no need a guru. But the Vaishnavas always keep their guru in a respectful position, and thus they have great respect for their guru. So Madhvacharya, he always kept his guru in a respectful position, and that's why devotees like Sripad, Lakshmipati, and Madhavendra Puri Maharaj have given a very nice teachings. So the Mayavadis, they do Guru Puja, but they do it on the Guru Purnima day. And they don't usually do the Vyas Puja. But there's a big presence of false ego. And as I said, they only respect their guru as long as they need to. If they think they don't need to, they don't keep contact with their guru maharaj. So, they make a show of the Guru Puja on the Guru Purnima day of Ashar. So, members of the 4 ashramas follow the system of Vyas Puja, but especially the sannyasis, they should observe this, according to this. So the followers of the Vedas are called as Vedangas, and they follow the teachings of the Vyasadeva. Vedanugas. So every day, Prabhupada said they worship the Guru on his appearance day. Whether Mayavadis or Vaishnavas, everyone worships their spiritual masters. Mayavadis worship the Guru on the full moon day of Ashar, which is considered as the appearance day of the Guru. So the Vyas Puja is observed on the appearance day of a spiritual master by the Vaishnavas. Since His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur appeared in the month of January, February, the month of Magha. So they observed the Vyas Puja then. Prabhupada appeared the day after Janmashtami, therefore we observe the Janmashtami then. Different branches of the Sampradaya worship Vyas Puja on the different days of the appearance of their respective acharyas. So they worship the Guru as representative of Vyasadeva. So in the Vyasa Puja day, one of the prescribed ceremonies is bathing the lotus feet of the spiritual master with the 5 ingredients. This is called the Guru Pada Padme Pajarpranam, or bathing the lotus feet of the spiritual master with 5 ingredients. So it's understood that the spiritual master, his inner desire is to serve the Supreme Lord. So, Narottam Thakur, he prayed for the mercy of Rupa Swami, who tried to establish the desire of Lord Chaitanya in the world. When will that Rupa Swami give me the shelter at his lotus feet? So, preaching or disseminating the mercy of the Lord is the remedy of Lord Chaitanya prescribed by Rupa Goswami to take away all our aversion for serving the Lord. So this is the ideal offering after the Puja, offering all the souls to the spiritual master.
কালী হইবে পূর্ণমাসী ব্যাসের পূজন আপনে বুঝিয়া বলো যারে লয় মন
Tomorrow is the full moon day when Vyasadeva is worshipped. You think about it and tell me what is to be done.
নিত্যানন্দের উত্তর নিত্যানন্দ জানিলেন প্রভুর ইঙ্গিত হাতে ধরি আনিলেন শ্রীবাস পণ্ডিত
Lord Nityananda understood the hint of the Lord, and he grabbed the hand of Srivas Pandit and brought him forward. And Nityananda Prabhu was a disciple of Parivrajaka Sri Lakshmi Tirtha, who was subordinate to the Sri Madhva Sampradaya. So since the next day was Purnima, the day that sannyasis shave their heads, he knew that the Puja day had arrived. So he asked Lord Nityananda where the Puja should be celebrated. So the Vyas Puja signifies offering of oblations and offerings of faith and to the predecessor gurus. At that time, Lord Chaitanya had not yet enacted the pastime of accepting sannyas. But since Lord Nityananda was practicing brahmacharya under Lakshmipati Tirtha, we find that his name was Sri Nityananda Sarupa. So from time immemorial, the brahmacharis of Tirtha and Ashrama sannyasis have been addressed as Sarupa. So Lord Nityananda was called Nityananda Sarupa as a brahmachari.
চৈতন্য ভাগবত মধ্যখণ্ড। হাসি বলে নিত্যানন্দ শুন বিশ্বম্ভর, ব্যাস পূজা এই মোর বাবনার ঘর।
So Lord Nityananda smiled. He said, listen, Lord Vishamba, I'll observe Vyas Puja in the house of this Brahmana Sri Krishna.
স্বভবনে ব্যাস পূজায় শ্রীবাসের আগ্রহ। শ্রীবাসের প্রতি বলে প্রভু বিশ্বম্ভর, বড় ভার লাগিল যে তোমার ওপর।
So Lord Vishamba said to Srivas, this is a great responsibility that has been given to you.
পণ্ডিত বলেন প্রভু কিছু নহে ভার, তোমার প্রসাদে সর্ব ঘরে আমার।
So Srivas Pandit responded, Oh Lord, this is not at all a burden for me. By your mercy, everything is available in my house.
বস্ত্র মুখ যজ্ঞসূত্র ঘৃত গুয়া পান, বিধি যজ্ঞ যত সহ্য সব বিদ্যমান।
Cloth, mangdal, Brahmin threads, ghee, betel nut, pan, and whatever else is needed, they're all here, they're all there.
পদ্ধতি পুস্তক মাত্র মাগিয়া আনিব, কালী মহাভাগ্য ব্যাস পূজন দেখিব।
I'll have to borrow a book of the explaining the process of the different process of the Puja. Tomorrow is my great good fortune. I will be able to see the Vyas Puja. So different sampradayas have different ceremonies of Vyas Puja. So Lord Nityananda would observe his sampradayas Vyas Puja. So that would be observed by Srivas in his house. Any questions?
Dear Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Like there are
Glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Like there are 6 symptoms of surrender to Krishna. What are the symptoms of surrender to Guru? How does one develop such symptoms? Does surrender to Guru automatically helps one to develop surrender to Krishna? From Prem Gaursundar Das.
Since the Vaishnava Guru, filled with the inner desire to serve Rajendra Nandan, Krishna, so therefore the worship of Guru brings one closer to Krishna. That's why we worship the Vaishnava Guru as a representative of Lord Krishna. Worshipping of Mayavadi Guru may not help you to approach Krishna.
What should I do? What that I go back home, back to Godhead in this life.
So Prabhupada advised in his books.
How can we observe the Vyas Puja of Lord Nityananda Prabhu here in Mayapur?
I think we observe his Vyas Puja on his appearance day. Since that's the custom, we observe the Guru on his appearance day. So Lord Nityananda appears on Maghi Sayodasi. So we observe his appearance day, and then so one of the ceremonies we do is the Vyas Puja of Lord Nityananda. I thought I know. Yes.
Dear Guru Maharaj, do Mayavadi Guru go to hell or Brahman?
Normally they might go to Brahman, but if they're very offensive, then one cannot say where they go.
Guru Maharaj, please accept my respectful obeisances unto your divine lotus feet. Some doctors recommend the medicines that contains non-veg items such as calcium, iron and vitamin D. Should we take those medicines? Your spiritual daughter, Ujjwala Prema, Vakti Devi Dasi.
Calcium, iron, magnesium, these are not non-veg. I mean, they might not be vegetarian, but we take a vow not to eat meat, fish, or eggs. These are neither meat, fish, or eggs. Calcium is there in milk also. Iron is in salt, spinach.
If one is not
As our pharmacist. Is there anything like the vegetables with calcium or iron?
If one is not respecting the instructions of Gurudev, will it be also considered as impersonal aspect in our heart? So how to overcome this tendency?
Disobeying the order of the Guru is considered as offensive. One of the offenses to the holy name is to disobey the order of the Guru. I think it's the third offense. So it's worse than impersonal. How to overcome the tendency? Follow the order of the Guru. And we understand that the Guru is giving us some advice, some instruction for our benefit. It's not for his benefit, it's for our benefit. So we should accept that. So, and one has faith in the Guru, just like what's the use of going to a doctor if you don't take his medicine. If you don't have faith in the doctor, then don't go to him. If you don't have faith in the Guru, why do you go? Make a show and don't follow his instruction.
Dear Gurudev, what pleases Srila Prabhupada the most?
Many people ask this of Srila Prabhupada. He said, when I see my disciple devote love of Krishna, that pleases me the most. So he said many things about different services. He likes book distribution. He likes book publication. He likes various things. Deity worship, preaching his essence. Books are the basis. Purity is the force, and utility is the principle. So thank you for your nice questions.
Do you like our ad-free videos? Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day, and don't forget to like and share our channel.